There's only one good reason to play the Nintendo DS in 2025. For the Smurfs! So, if you've been on the channel for any amount of time, you will know that I am a big fan of handheld consoles. Steam Deck, PS Vita, PSP. Don't know about the Wonder Swan, but I digress. In this video, I want to talk about my favorite handheld consoles as of 2025, the big 25. So basically throughout this video, what I'll be talking about is mainly how good the consoles are in terms of the game library and what kind of games I like playing, and also kind of what you can do in terms of the modding capabilities. So I'm going to start off with the PlayStation Vita. Now, where do I even start with the PS Vita? This console has been pretty much my go-to for a very long time, pretty much before I even got the Steam Deck, and that's because not only is the game library really good, like in terms of fighting games and pretty much any sort of gimmicky games like Gravity Rush, but also in terms of the modding capabilities. See, I used to use Dreamcast emulator Flycast on here a lot, and not just that, there's also different emulators like Adrenaline, which technically isn't an emulator, but you can play PSP games using it, and PS1 eboots, and there's a massive library in that too. And all your other retro games like NES, SNES, Genesis, and yeah, but in terms of the library, I would say my favorite games would have to be Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which you can play on consoles, obviously like PS3, Xbox, but playing it on the go is definitely nice as well, and you also get those exclusive characters like Cole and Sorokoro, so yeah. Another good one is PlayStation also has Battle Royale, which is pretty much a Smash Bros-esque fighter, which some people I think like or dislike, but I personally love it, so that's my opinion. But you know, even outside of that, you know, there's still some really interesting games like Gravity Rush, and yeah, definitely quite a few other PSV games I need to try out that are exclusive to the console. But in terms of portability, it's very nice, and again, has been my go-to pretty much before I got the Steam Deck, at least in terms of emulation. But it's still nice to go back and play these games that were intended for the PS Vita. The Nintendo DS is one console I just cannot get enough of. There are so many amazing titles on this system, not to mention obviously Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Black and all those games. But as of late, I've been playing a bit of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I'd say it's pretty tedious, although the story is very solid. As you can see right here, just playing some Bleach the Blade of Fate, a very underrated and interesting fighting game that definitely takes after Guilty Gear and maybe even BlazBlue, but that's a bit out there because BlazBlue came out a year after this. But I digress. The DS has a ton of great stellar titles, even amongst all the shovelware that is on the system. But honestly, the DS has always remained an amazing console since 2004. Also, in terms of the emulation, there's not a whole lot you can do, and the same can be said for the homebrew scene, but honestly, it's still worth checking out. I played a sort of Smash Bros like homebrew game, although it was pretty bare bones, but still pretty cool to check out. And I even made a video regarding DS emulation, so it's pretty cool, pretty interesting to check out. Maybe you can give it a watch if you're interested. Link is in the description. Another console I've absolutely loved using is none other than the Steam Deck. Now, this console is absolutely amazing for pretty much anything PC gaming related, especially for emulation. But here I am just playing Mega Man Maker, and using Proton, it runs pretty much flawlessly. And honestly, it's definitely the best way to play the games like this on a handheld. And that is definitely one of the things I love most about the Steam Deck. So you can play literally a lot of, if not any AAA game on a handheld. And in terms of the emulation, there is just so much to use. Dreamcast, PS2, PS3, even PS4 games to an extent, although Shadow PS4 is still in development. But in terms of the games I've liked playing, Mugen, Mega Man Maker, maybe some Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and pretty much a lot of fighting games, since I am very much a fighting game fan. And yeah, honestly, the Steam Deck, in terms of what you can do, definitely one of my favorites, definitely surpassing the PS Vita and Nintendo DS. But yeah, as of late, the Steam Deck has definitely been one of my favorite consoles to use. So now that we've pretty much reached the end of this video, I don't really have much to say aside from the fact that I just thought I'd make this kind of video just to show off what kind of games I've been playing, like Mystery Dungeon, and what my favorite handhelds are. And maybe I'll do a part 2 or even a video about my favorite sort of normal games consoles as of 2025. I have a few ideas for that, maybe like the Xbox 360, especially with the new bad update that's just came out. But with all that aside, this is pretty much the end of this video. So please subscribe, please subscribe.